Well, hello. Happy Thursday. I have not been feeling good. I felt like a truck ran over me yesterday. I slept in so late. I had a nail appointment and I went gray, but I could not get my butt up yesterday morning. And then all afternoon, I'm like, I feel like I need a nap. But I am the type that if I were to lay down at even 2 or 3, I'm probably sleeping through the night. I'm not a good napper. So it was just rough all day yesterday. So I'm sorry I didn't go live. I didn't even go to my Bible study last night because the idea of driving that far and then watching an hour-long video I was afraid I was going to fall asleep to, and then having to drive home just made me nervous. I don't know if I got a tad bit of the junk that our granddaughter had. So we were there Saturday. And she started not feeling good on Friday, and we were warned of that. And we're like, we're fine. We're coming anyway, right? Like, I'm not going to go watch her because she has the sniffles or whatever. And she's just so precious. She's 3, and she'd come out like doing something, and she'd just say, I just don't feel good. I'm like, I know. It sucks to not feel good, right? But her dad got sick also, and he thinks it's from her. So then we were both like, oh heavens. But I didn't start feeling bad until yesterday morning, maybe a little bit Tuesday night, but and that could be incubation time for me to start feeling icky, and maybe my body's trying to fight it off. I don't know. Anyway, yesterday was just horrible. So today I have showered, I have done my hair, I've done all the things. So we're going to get ready. Let's get all this out of my way. Had to wait and let my hair cool down because if I straighten it, it's kind of warm after you straighten it. And then if I pull it back like this, it's going to warp my entire look that I want. But I love using these headbands. I have them in a couple different colors, and they just take everything off of my face so that I'm not like moving my hair to do something, right? And also this month, if you spend on my normal site, I have 2 different sites that you can buy from. It's a little confusing, but we launched some new skincare. Let me back up. We launched some new skincare this month. Mine is arriving tomorrow. So I will go live with my skincare tomorrow. It is very exciting. It offers us a couple of different lines so we can target exactly what you're wanting. One is more about kind of glowing. One is more about reducing fine lines, some things like that. So I'll explain how I use the combination of all the things. Anyway, that's coming tomorrow. But with that, if you spend $125 on that site, you get a free headband and wristlets. And the little terry cloth wristlets that you can put on that stop the water from running down your arms? That thing. And then you get a headband you can use either to wash your face. I use the same ones just to wash my face and pull everything back. But then I also use them to pull them back from my makeup. So that's kind of a neat little perk that you get that. Now, the thing on my other site that if you buy 3 qualifying products, you get is a free 4D mascara. This is a $39 value. It is infused with fibers and this glorious fat brush that will just pick everything up. So I'll use this today. I love this mascara. One of my customers really loves this mascara. Like, it just elongates and kind of brings your lashes thicker, longer. It's a great product. So this is your gift with 3 items. You get free shipping. And if you get 4 items, you get 20% off and the free product and the free shipping. So I will make a bundle, probably with my lips in this or with my eyes in this today or both, and get you the free product if that's something that you're interested in. But you don't have to use my bundle. It can be any 3 things that you want, as long as they qualify. And by qualifying, they just can't be like a $2 item. We don't really have a $2 item, but the point being. So if there's anything you're running low on, it can even be a skincare item with a color stick blush, right? And a lip gloss. It can be a jumble of things that you want. So this is going to be our free product through the weekend. So you can be thinking about what you might need, what you might need to replenish. I love it when the free product is something I'm kind of needing, right? And I always think, okay, what's something I'm going to run through fast? Like, I love our new eye cream. Again, I'm going to show you all the skincare tomorrow, but I'm like, I'm going to run out of that soon. So we'll just put that as one item in my cart. It's kind of thinking of that back stock that I always try to keep. I try to have one more of something I use on the daily so that when that last squirt comes out, or if you've been seeing on my BB cream, like this is not going to go well, right? So I have its backup already. Like I'm ready to go. But now that these are out here, do I have a backup of that? It's those things I try to think about, because it's like, I can't afford to wait on something to come. So I try and use that to just make sure if there's an item that I'm really wanting. But this is a really good mascara. I'll use it today and show you how it applies. All right, what are we doing? Okay, I'm going to do kind of like a summer look, what I would do in the summertime, because it is fast approaching, even though we had storms overnight. So I'm in North Texas, and oh, I'm sorry. If you're watching, say hi. If you're watching the replay, say replay. I appreciate that. And if I can help you with anything, just say Thursday, and I'll end up messaging you in Messenger. So pay attention to that. Anyway, yesterday, storms overnight, all the things. Well, apparently that brought in a cold front, and yesterday was like 80 something. Today, I don't know. It's 62 outside, and it's what, 2:30? It looks like Sunday or Monday here at my house, not going to get out of the 40s. I'm like, okay, one more blast. This is why. And you're going to laugh because I've talked about this before. My dad and my stepmother were master gardeners. And so all the things gardening, right? They had a huge garden at their house when they first moved to East Texas, and grew vegetables and participated in the local like master gardening thing. Anyway, and she had always said to me that you can't plant in the ground, or even she wouldn't suggest me planting pots until after Easter. Well, my issue with that is Easter can be late March or late April. So how does that work? So I was kind of like, well, I'm not going to really abide by that, because like Easter's kind of late this year, right? It's like the 20th or something. All right, so primer, BB cream. I mixed 2 shades right now because I'm fair at the moment. I need sun, and then I will eliminate my lighter shade mostly. Anyway, so I was like, I'm going to just buy plants. I hadn't pulled the trigger yet because I'm like, there's got to be some validity to that. Oh, look, nothing more coming out. We let it all go. Yay, to using all the product. I love that. And I love that my backup is sitting right there. So tomorrow I can still use BB cream. All right. Anyway, so back to my planting story. Things happened. I didn't get to the nursery thing to buy stuff. I've been kind of trying to decide what I want to do, where I want to place things. My husband started talking about getting some new pots, and I'm like, well, I don't want to have to replant something. So if we're doing that, let's get on that. And it's just, one thing snowballs into another thing. And then next thing you know, I haven't bought anything yet, because I'm like, are we getting new pots? Do I need to wait on that? Do I know what I want to do? Do I know where I want to put them? Because there's some places in the backyard that get full sun, and there are other places that only get partial sun. Well, you have to really be careful about that, because, partial sun isn't the same as full sun when you're looking at plants that are going to thrive and all the things. And I'm not going out there twice a day to move them to where, like, we're not chasing the sun. When you get set down, you get set down where you sit, and that's where you live for the whole summer. So anyway, I'm just crazy. But now, with us not getting out of the 40s on Sunday or Monday, I'm like, maybe there's some validity to that. We're going to get one more cold snap. I mean, okay. So I love the BB cream for the summer because it is an SPF 30. It is very lightweight. It is buildable. But I think it's decent coverage for what it is. And I like it because it's sweat proof. I wouldn't call it waterproof, but I'm going to call it like water resistant. SPF 30, the important thing. And, I have a blemish right here that's trying to work on itself. And covered it mostly, right? I always have redness right there. So did it cover completely? No. Is that okay with me? Yes. I can always do a little pop. I could do concealer if I wanted to, but I'm going to do a little bit of our powder just right on top. And you see how that just sort of blurred that all? So just mixing a few things together. All right, let's come in with bronzer. This is another thing I recently just ordered another of because I'm like, I use this every day. And although these color sticks last a long while, not something I want to be without. Definitely something I want in my arsenal. When that one hits rock bottom, I'm ready. And I don't go crazy with my backups, right? I try to keep one when I know one is running out or getting low. Maybe I should put that way, getting low. All right, we're just gonna get all that in, warm up the face. If you're watching, say hello. I missed who just hopped on. Oh, and my nose is running. See, I think I got something from my granddaughter. Maybe it's just allergies. Could be that wind that came through and the rain and all the things. All right, a little bit of blush. So these color sticks are great because they're just so versatile, right? They come in both blush colors, they come in the bronzer colors, and they also come in like a frosty shimmer that's like a highlight color. Just some really good options, and they pack so easily, right? They're just so easy to take with you when you need to. All right, we are going to do our lashes. Oh, well, if I'm going to say lashes, let's do lashes. All right, let's end that. All right, curling. And then let those calm down a minute. So now I'm thinking I'm going to wait till after Easter to plant stuff because I don't want everything to die. What's the point? And the only thing I can think, because I asked my dad this, I said, what's the science behind that? Because Easter, swings so much. And he's like, it's all about the moon. Because Easter's the something Sunday after the something moon thing, last second full moon, whatever. There's some deal about where it falls. And I was like, oh, interesting. Because that would totally change like weather patterns and things. So maybe. All right, I'm going to come in with a liquid shadow, and I haven't used these very much recently, but these are a really good staple for me in the summer. 2 reasons. One, they do not crease. They do not require primer. They have primer built in. And you can use multiple shades. They blend easily. I'm just going to use this one shade. I mean, I just love this stuff. So, doe foot. And I'm just going to put it on my lid and come up towards the crease. This is a gorgeous kind of pink mauve. Now you can either pat it out with your finger or you can blend it out with a brush. I'm going to blend it out with a brush only because my fingers are heavy-handed. And with too much of a heavy hand, you take all the product off. I did that once. I put it on and I'm patting. My finger looked beautiful. My eyes, not so much. So I'm just going to blend this out. And these come in so many shades. I love this one for this just pretty pink look. Right? Isn't that pretty? We'll do an eyeliner and some mascara, and I'm just going to use this one shade. I just think it sets off such a good minimal look, and it's just beautiful. All right, I don't know what is going on my nose. That's better. It's funny, I moved a certain way and I was like, what is happening? All right, so we're gonna do that over here. So I like these, especially with my hooded eyes. They do not travel. They do not crease. They're water resistant. So again, kind of going on that line of summertime. So you sweat. You could even go underwater. I mean, let's be real. I don't really go underwater in a pool. I don't want all my hair color to be chlorinated. So, but you could, if you're that person. I am more of a stand in a pool, float in a pool, float on a lake, whatever. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, that took no time, not gonna budge. Lovely. All right, we got that on. I did not put on my eyebrow gel, so we're gonna do these two products now in a row. So this is the gel that has filled in my hole from over plucking in this eye. It is crazy. This also will hold my hairs in place, so you can kind of put them the direction you want them to sit. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so from the same company, I'm going to come in with my eyeliner. This is in the jet black shade. I am going to put that right up against the lashes. Now, I like this liner because it has lash serum in it. So while I'm wearing it, it is hydrating my lashes. Okay, whew. That eye is just a challenge for me. All right, that's gonna have to be good enough. Yeah, see. Okay, that's better. I don't know. All right, so these two are from a company called Eternal, and I love them. And I think my discount code, I think, gives you 25% off. I'm not sure. I'll look that up. I'll post that in my stories and let you research from there. But I just think it's beautiful. All right, so this is the free product. When you buy 3 items, you get 15% off, free shipping, and a free product. When you buy 4 items, you get 20% off, free shipping, and the free item. So that's what we were talking about, as things are running low. And if there's a free item that you like, that may be what you're stocking up on. The what am I about to run out of, right? Like I just ran out of my BB cream while we were live. All right, so infused with fibers. I would not wear this in the water though. I'm showing it to you because it's a free product. If I'm doing a full summer face, I'd wear Quadra. And the reason why is Quadra is a tubing mascara. So even if it came in contact with like warmer pool water, it's not going to make you have raccoon eyes. It's just going to come off in little tubes, right? This, if it got wet, you'd have raccoon eyes. So take that for what you will. But this gives the appearance of falsies without falsies. I mean, look at that. That's one coat. Pretty crazy. cannot do mascara in chat. It's like virtually impossible. I mean, that's some pretty good eyelashes. I don't even know if I needed a second pass, but you know, while I'm here. Pretty phenomenal. I like how just that one liquid shadow helps my eyelashes look thicker, fuller, right? Because of this mascara. But also, the more neutral your eye, the more your eyelashes pop, right? You get a cluttered eye or a heavily done eye and your eyelashes can kind of get lost. So I got a little right here. So I'm going to take the spoolie end and just pick that away. I don't know why that picks it off so easily, but it does. All right, let's think. I really liked how the liner with the gloss looked the other day. Let's do that again. So I'm going to come in with this dark liner. Again, when you do a more neutral eye, you can do a little bit bolder of a lip. And then because I'm only going to use lip liner, I'm going to shade this in a little bit. Not crazy. But just to kind of blur so it's not just two big lines, right? And then this is the most perfect shade of lip gloss ever created. And I've heard it's been with the company for 10 years. Isn't that the most beautiful color? That paired with that darker lip liner. I mean, that works for me. All right, this is going to be my look for the day. See if I can salvage my hair after a headband. The struggle is real, right? All right, so the things to keep in mind is you get a free headband and wristlets with $125 on my Younique site. On my storefront, free shipping. 3 items, you get this free mascara. 4 items, 20% off, free mascara and free shipping. So depending on what you need and what I can help you with, just comment Thursday down here and I will talk to you in Messenger. Just make sure you're checking Messenger because a couple of people have commented and I've sent them messages and they're not answering. And I'm like, well, if you wanted it, you need to pay attention to that. I'm asking you. So anyway, all right, until tomorrow, this is going to be my today. Thanks for watching.